So step one is, you know what you don't want, you know what you do want, you're asking for what you do want. Step two is source lines right up with what you want. And as your source energy focuses in that non-resistant way, all cooperative components are gathered and things are lined up for you. And then when you take this most delicious of all of the steps, which is step 3, when you stop arguing for your limitations and pointing out what's wrong, when you stop seeing the lack of what you want or the absence of what you want, and you turn your attention to what you want and why you want it, and you feel the relief of the tension as you focus in the direction of what you want and begin even to feel satisfaction even before it is fully manifested, because you're now no longer in contradiction to what you want. So now you're beginning to feel frisky and expectant and anticipation and eagerness. Now you are achieving step 3. Step 3 is a state of alignment with what you want. It's allowing who you really are and all that you have become to be fully manifested, to turn to the things in your life where you and others can see and hear and smell and taste and touch them. Step 4 is being really good at that. Some think that's funny, that step 4 is just being good at step 3. But we think it's worth acknowledging the mastery of allowing, the mastery of focus, the mastery of caring about how you feel and being willing to focus in a way that feels good, the mastery of acknowledging, the mastery of calibrating the vibration of your being to the vibration of the source within you. Mastery of creation, mastery of letting in what I'm asking for, mastery of putting myself in a position in my human form where I can witness the becoming of what I've asked for. It is so fun to witness it becoming. To witness it becoming. Humans, you mostly just want it to become so you can then focus on it having already become. But that isn't what you intended. When you came into this physical body, you knew you would always be in the state of becoming. So you didn't plan on it being the jerky experience that it sometimes is for you. You didn't plan on wanting it, withholding yourself from it, worrying about it, not letting it in, and then in a weak moment of forgetting what you're doing, focusing and letting it in, and then surprise, there it is for a minute. You didn't want the roller coaster ride that so many of you are having. You knew that when you came into this physical body, you had the capability of focusing in the direction of what you want at all times as you're witnessing it in its various phases becoming. You knew that you would never get it done and that you couldn't get it wrong. And you knew that the reason you couldn't get it wrong is because you can't get it done. And you knew that anytime you're standing in the absence of something that you want, that it would catapult you into the vibrational existence of it. And that all you would have to do is focus in anticipation of it becoming, and that it would be. As humans, you've sort of trained yourself to emotionally respond to what you see. And that is the biggest thing that holds you in a place of unhappiness and of deprivation of who you really are and what you want, of all other things put together. It's that most of your vibrational offering comes from what you're observing, and what you're observing is old news. What you're observing is what you've allowed to turn to things, but there's a whole vibrational reality. We call that your vortex. There's this whole vibrational reality that is full of all of the things that you have become already in a vibrational sense, that you've just got to let into your physical experience, because once you've given birth to it, you have to let it be your experience. You can't keep asking for things and holding yourself apart from it and feel good. So the joy of life experience is to give birth and then to witness the steady, never-ending unfolding of the more coming into vibrational reality. We want you to get so good, so accustomed to knowing that there's more that's coming into being, that you are satisfied with the part that you're witnessing coming into being right now. Step 5 is being so good at step 4. That now when you're back in a contrasting moment where you're clearly knowing what you don't want, because it never ends, life's just going to keep moving forward for you, but you're not feeling negative emotion in the contrast. You're understanding that the contrast is necessary for the expansion of the whole. So you don't take it personally. You don't beat up on yourself about it or anybody else. You don't look at it as some terrible thing that is threatening you, because you know it doesn't threaten you. It gives birth to the more, you see.